In the past 2 years, I have been working with some startups and have been like talking to a lot of core team of various other startups. Yeah, like all the startups that I have been like personally working with, and the one of the like I have worked with four startups right now in various domains, and have been like working like have learned a lot in the past, sort of sharing my learnings of me working in different startups. So I've worked with four startups right now, which was Thousand Faces Club, Build Academy, Fueler, and High School, and I have learned a lot of things like working on ground, working like directly with the founders. 3 out of 4 startups I directly worked with the founders, and was in the core team majoritarily. And I have learned a lot being on ground and working with them, interacting with a lot of people from the company, from like from outside, any partnerships or anything that happened, collaborations. I like spoke to majority of the folks and learned a lot. So one of the main learnings that I got, by the way, just share 5 learnings in this video, and I think I have shared a lot in my newsletter. So if you want to read more of them, go read my newsletter. The link will be in the description. It's free, and it comes every Friday. So one of one of the first learnings is like the founder's mindset. Like a founder's mindset is something that I learned initially, which was like solving any problem given to your hand. Whenever something occurs to you, like, or any problem that you are solving, like at the startup level, you are not just trying to solve a particular problem like in an industrial. So it's something like you're like constantly solving any problem that comes to you, whether it's internally or externally, and you just have in that constant not fight exactly, but constant mindset of like solving each and every problem that is given in your hand, whether it's marketing, growth, GTM, or anything. So founder mindset is necessary at any given role. Whether you're a founder or in the initial core team, you should be able to like solve that particular problem given to you. This is one thing I learned. So the second learning I learned was not wasting time creating solutions for any imaginary problem, which was like, as a startup, you are bound or tend to think a lot about any imaginary problems that would occur. I mean, that's true. Like, we have to forecast a lot of things that would occur financially or growth wise or anything. But like many a times we predict a lot of things and try to solve a lot of things like for the like for that imaginary problem, that we tend to waste time. And since it's startup, anything can happen. So not wasting time creating solutions for like something that is imaginary and might not happen, that's not in our hand. So you waste a lot of time creating something which won't happen. So the third learning is about an entrepreneurial rule, which is beg, borrow, steal. It is an article or like a blog shared by Raj. So this article shares, this blog shares ki as a startup, we don't have a lot of resources or learning material to go forward with. And the crux of it is of that blog, as a startup, we don't have a lot of resources. So you have to like beg, borrow, steal, and get those resources. So while I was working in startups, I was part of the initial teams of like almost all the startups I work with. So like as a startup, you don't have a lot of resources, a lot of things, because you don't have money, and you cannot really buy stuff. So you have to beg, borrow, steal, and get the work done. कि how with less money you can do जुगाड़, और वो जुगाड़ू minds, with that जुगाड़ू minds कुछ भी कर सकते हो with less money just by doing some जुगाड़. So the fourth lesson is say yes now and figure it out later. So this is a life lesson that I learned from a creator called Riza. She's a great creator. You should follow her. I'll just link all the people I mentioned it in the description. So one of the main learnings was this ki, like initially, like when I didn't know much, and if like people at the startup used to ask me ki if I know something or know about can do something particularly, in most cases मुझे नहीं भी आता था, I majority say yes to that thing कि मुझे वो आता है, I can still figure out that particular thing. And I used to take that project and learn after saying a yes to that particular thing. So that's how I designed that website for high school, where Nikhil asked me ki if I can like design or code any website. So I said डिज़ाइन वगैरह तो नहीं आता है, पर फ्रेमर आता है जो थोड़ा बहुत फिग्मा चलाना सीख लिया था. तो आई मीन बोथ आर काइंड ऑफ, वन इज़ यूज्ड फॉर डिज़ाइनिंग एंड वन इज़ यूज्ड फॉर वेबसाइट मेकिंग. तो थोड़ा बहुत आता है, फिगर आउट कर लूँगा. So that's how like I said yes to that particular project. Started building that website. Didn't knew anything. Learned like how to make a frame, how to make a shape, how to add an image, navigation bar. I just googled each and every nitty-gritties of building a website, and in a month I built a framer website for Hive. So the link I'll just क्या बोल रहा हूँ, I'll just link that first design, first prototype of Hive's website in the description. गो चेक इट आउट. आई मीन बहुत मेहनत से बनाया है. डिटेल्स मत देखना क्योंकि इट्स अ ओल्ड वेबसाइट, ओल्ड डिटेल्स. सो या बट डिज़ाइन वाइज आई मीन डिड अ गुड वर्क. आई मीन रियली प्राउड ऑफ दैट प्रोजेक्ट विच आई बिल्ट. द लास्ट लेसन, द फिफ्थ लेसन, आई थिंक it would be, I think, documentation and building in public, because I mean, as a young person working in startups, I think documentation on internet helps a lot. क्योंकि इट्स लाइक दैट बटरफ्लाई इफेक्ट कि अगर आप कुछ कर रहे हो, दैट विल रियली कंपाउंड इन वट एवर थिंग्स दैट यू आर डूइंग. सो इट्स लाइक बेसिकली showing up with whatever things you know. So this is one definition of luck that I got to know from Harsh. We did a podcast a while back. He told me this definition of luck, which is when you are at the right place at the right time with the right people and right knowing some skills. That is like the intersection is the definition of luck. So the other way to look at this definition is just basically showing up at the right time. So if you are building something, just document your learnings or just build in public or whatever you are building on Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever platform you are comfortable with, और just document करना start करो. मतलब वो आपको नोटिस कर, लाइक पीपल आपको देखेंगे, आपको नोटिस करेंगे, एंड दे वुड बी रियली बी इंटरेस्टेड इन योर जर्नी कि आप क्या कैसे बिल्ड कर रहे हो एट अ पर्टिकुलर थिंग. एंड दैट्स हाउ यू वुड गेट a lot of opportunities, and people will really notice you. So yeah, this is my 5 learnings from working in startups. So thank you for watching the video. Won't take much long. ज़्यादा ले लिया मैंने पर टाइम, but yeah, nothing. So thank you for watching. All the links I mentioned, all the people I mentioned, the links would be in the description. Follow my newsletter. I post newsletters every Friday. It's free of cost. So share my processes and learnings there. So documenting my life on my newsletter. So thank you for watching the video. I'll see you in the next video, and peace.